Good morning, everyone. Myself Naveen Kumar, and today I will be teaching you about NAND to Tetris Project 1. So, now let's quickly go into that. Yeah, the main goal of the Project 1 is to build these following gates. Total, there are 15 gates, and they'll all be implemented using NAND gates. These 15 gates contain all the elementary logic gates needed to build the computer. Yeah, the elementary logic gates is these are all the gates using elementary only small gates which I already learned in the previous classes. Okay, this is the tool which I'm going to show you, hardware simulator tool. This is where we will be implementing and executing and verifying the output of all the gates which are going to perform. Let's quickly go into one of the gates. Yeah, the first one is the AND gate. The AND gate is a basic digital logic gate that implements the logical conjunction. Just check this out. This is the circuit diagram of the AND gate. This is also the circuit diagram of the AND gate. Both are same, but only difference is it is implemented using NAND gates. Any gate can be implemented using universal gates. This is also a point you need to remember. Any gates like AND or XOR, any gates can be implemented using universal gates. What are the universal gates? NAND, NOR, and NOT. These three gates. Using these three, you can implement any other gates. So you see, input is A, and one of the input is B. The resultant output is A into B. That is the same function of the AND gate. So both are same. Let's quickly move to the truth table. You see, the I output results only if all the inputs to the AND gates are I. Check this out. Both inputs are I. A input is I, B input is I. The resultant output is I. Or if neither of the input or any one of the input is not I, the resultant output is low. So you see, one input is I, resultant is low. Neither input is I, the resultant is low. So now let's quickly check the AND HDL code. You see, this is the HDL code for the AND gate. Now, okay, we'll implement that thing. Okay, now I will explain this implementation part. This is the hardware simulator tool which we are going to use implement all the gates. Now, this is the first step we need to do. We need to add the gate. We need to load the chip. You see, the HDL code is getting loaded here. And now I need to load the script file. So I'm going to select this and loading the AND. You see, everything is getting loaded. So all I need to do is run. Click this thing. All I need to do is run. So now I am just checking whether my code is running successfully. Yeah, I checked it. Okay, you might get it out. Okay, it's getting checked successfully. So how can I know whether my code is getting any errors or not? So just maximize somewhat. You'll get to know end of script comparison ended successfully. If you found any errors in between line 2 or line 3 or any of the line of your codes, you will get here. So see, there are no errors here. That means our code has compiled successfully. That doesn't mean that our code is completely right. So that is the reason we need to verify with the output. You see, this is the same output which I've shown you before. Both inputs are I, the resultant output is I. So let's check with the compare file which is a built-in. So see, both are same. That means that what we have done code, it's correct. So now let's quickly go for second gate, that is the AND 16. You might be wondering what AND 16 is. It's the same thing as AND, but only thing it is implemented for 16-bit numbers. It supports 16-bit numbers. You see, this is the AND 16 script file. This is the HDL code. All I need to do is run now. It's getting executed. We need to wait for some time. Let's wait. Okay, until we get a message here. Comparison successfully. We need to wait for that. Checking with the output. You see, two inputs, one output, and 16-bit numbers. All are 16-bit numbers. And let's compare with the output file. You see, both are same. Our AND gate is implemented successfully. So now we can move to the next gate. Next gate is the OR gate. An OR gate is a logic gate that performs logical disjunction. Just check this out. This is the circuit diagram for OR gate. This is also circuit diagram for OR gate. Both are same. The resultant output is A plus B. Resultant output is A plus B. The only difference, as I said, is it is implemented using universal gates. NAND gates here, see, implemented using that. Let's check to the truth table. Yeah, it gives I output if one or both the inputs to the gates are I. Yeah, okay, it's completely different from the AND gate. Any one of the input is I. If any one of the input is I, that means the resultant output is I. Here in this case, it's neither of the input is I, so it's the resultant output is low. So I'm going to show you the OR gate HDL code now. Yeah, this is the HDL code for the OR gate, and now I'm going to implement in this tool. First step, load the chip of OR gate. Yep, I have done that. Okay, and now I'm going to load the script file for OR gate. Okay, it's loaded. All I need to do is run now. Okay, it's getting compiled, executed. Okay, until we need to wait until that show that message. Okay, see, comparison successfully. So now let's check the output file. The same thing which you have seen before. It's the same truth table. Any one of the input is I. it shows that complete I, and neither of the input is I, so the output will be low. Let's check with the compare file. You see, both are same. There's no much difference. Let's also see for R16. Yeah, this is the R16. I'm going to select it, and now I'm going to select the script file of R16. Yeah, I'm loading it. Yeah, and all I need to do is run. We'll wait until it, see, we don't need to wait until it's get executed. We can select this fast option, so that it's like okay, I'll be showing this in the next upcoming logic gates. Okay, let's check the output. You see, all are 16-bit numbers. The OR operation is performed for 16-bit numbers. Let's compare it. See, both are same. Now I will show you OR 8-way, which is performed for specifically 8 bits. Let's load it, and the script file is getting loaded. OR 8-way. Okay, all I need to do is run now. Okay, it's getting executed. Cool. Yeah, comparison is successfully. Okay, now let's check the output file. You see, this is done for 8-bit numbers, one input and one output. 8-bit number, one input is done, and let's compare. You see, both are same. The result is verified, so OR gate implementation is done successfully. Let's move for the next gate. Next gate is a NOT gate. We already know it as also called as inverter gate. Okay, let's check this out. An OR gate is a logic gate that inverts the digital input signal. See this diagram here, circuit diagram. You see, one input and the resultant output is A bar. Simply means that it is inverted. For this reason, NOT gate is sometimes referred to as an inverter. A NOT gate has high output when input is low. See, input is low, we have taken 0. The resultant, it means that it is inverted. It is 1. So let's check the HDL code for the NOT. You see, this is the HDL code for the NOT gate. Let's quickly check this software here. Let's go to the NOT gate. I'm going to load the chip for the NOT gate, and I'm going to load the script for the NOT gate. All I need to do is run now. It gets quick in the small code. Compare successfully. I'm going to check the output. You see, inverted. For 0 it's 1, and for 1 it's low. Now let's go for compare file. You see, both are same. For 0 it's 1, and for 1 it's 0. And I will also show you NOT 16, which is done for 16 bits, which is same as, like, it will be done only for 16 bits. Let's check it. NOT 16, load script, run. Okay, it will getting implemented. I will wait. We need to wait. Yeah, compiled successfully. So let's check the output. You see, 16 bits, 0 0, all zeros, all ones. So the same way it's getting implemented. All inputs are inverted bit by bit. Let's go to the compare file. Both are same. So now NOT gate is also implemented successfully. So now let's move to the another gate, XOR. Oh yeah, this is important gate. XOR gate is a digital logic gate that implements an exclusive disjunction from exclusive disjunction. There's a difference between that from mathematical logic. Okay, check this out. This is the normal XOR gate, which you know, A, B, and the output is A XOR B. A XOR B is also called as A bar B plus A B bar. This is a short form called for A XOR B. See, this is also the same thing, A, B, A XOR B. But the only difference is it is implemented using NAND gates. Both are same, both are equivalent. So now let's quickly move to the truth table. See, it is also called as inequality function because the output is true if both the inputs are different. Check this out. A is 0, B is 1. That means like A is low, B is out. Same case, A is 1, B is low. In these cases, like both the inputs are different, then the resultant output will be I. In the other case, the output is false when like both the inputs are same. Like A is low, B is low. So the output will be low. That is the only difference here. So let's quickly see the XOR gate HDL file. Yeah, you see, this is the HDL file for the XOR gate. Let's implement here. All I need to do is load the XOR file into my terminal and load the script file into the terminal, and all I need to do is again run. Okay, we'll wait. Or else we can just do that thing. I'll just show that in the coming. Okay, you see the same thing. Same output which I shown you before. For different inputs, the resultant output will be I. For same inputs, the resultant output will be low. Let's check with the compare file. Yeah, see, both are same. You can see XOR gate is implemented successfully. The next gate, okay, the previously I think I have shown you the OR8 way for 8 bits. This is the circuit diagram for it. Outputs are there, inputs are there. Okay, we'll be discussing mux. You might be wondering what is mux. It is also called as multiplexer. Like you might have heard of it. Multiplexer. It is a combination circuit which have many data inputs and single output. Just remember this line: many data inputs, single output. This is the only thing that the difference between multiplexer and demultiplexer. It's a combination circuit which have many data inputs and single output depending on control or select inputs. Okay, depending on select. Just check the circuit diagram. Two inputs are there, one select is there, and one output is there. You see, for example, like n input lines, log and selection lines will be there, or we can say that for 2 power n input lines, n select lines are there. See, 2 power n input lines, like n is 1, 2 input lines and 1 select lines. And see, multiplex here it mentioned what multiplexers are used for. They are used for increasing the amount of data that can be sent over the network within certain amount of time and bandwidth. Okay, this is the use of multiplexers, which you can remember it. And this is the truth table: one select line, two input lines, and one output line. So now let's check the HDL code HDL code for the multiplexer. You see, this is the code HDL code for the multiplexer. So now I'm going to run it in my terminal. I'm going to add mux. I'm going to load the chip, and I'm going to load it here. Load script. Okay, now we will select fast. I need to show you how fast it will work. Like, you see, previously it is executing line by line. Here also it is executing line by line, but the time taken is very less. See, comparison already ended successfully. Let's go to the output file. You see the same, two inputs, one select line, one output. That thing you need to remember. Compare. You see, it's acting successfully. I will show you mux 16 done for 16-bit. Load the chip. And now we will load the script file for mux 16 and run it. See, it's getting successfully executed, and I'm going to check the output. See, it's a 16-bit one. It's like two inputs, one select line, one output. And I'm going to compare. See, both are same. And now I'm going to show you mux 4x16. Is also called as 4:1 multiplexer. Load the chip. And now I am loading the script file here. Going to execute it. Yeah, it's getting executed. Yeah, it's getting comparison ended successfully. Just check the output. You see, it's executing for 16-bit, like 16-bit numbers, and it's we consider it as 4 multiplexer, right? So 4 inputs are there, but the only difference we cannot see here is that how many select lines and how many output lines are there, because it terminates here at this exact point, so we cannot check. Only way we need to check is with compare. See, both are same, so our multiplexer 4x16 is correct. Let's load 8x16. It's like 8 inputs will be there. Mux 8x16. Load the script. I'm going to run it. See, it's getting executed successfully. 1 second. Yeah, let's check with the output. You see, 16-bit numbers are there, and also 8:1 multiplexer. We cannot see that, so I'm going to show you the compare. See, successful. Right now we have seen complete multiplexer, mux 16, and the 4 multiplexer and 8:1 multiplexer, and now I will be showing the circuit diagrams for this mux 4x16 and mux 8x16. 2 input lines, one select line and one output line. It's like 4 input lines, 2 select lines, and output line. You see, mux 8x16. The only difference between this is that. And now let's move to the next gate, demultiplexer. Demux, it's also called as demux. A demultiplexer is a combination logic circuit that receives the information of a single input line and transfers the same information over n possible output lines. I think you must have remembered in the previous slide which I have shown you for multiplexer. Here I have shown you single output. Here single input. You need to remember this difference. You might get confused sometimes. Demux, single input, multiple outputs. You need to remember this. And select lines, one select line depending on this formula. See, it consists of one input line, n output lines, and m select lines. In this, m select lines are required to produce 2 power m possible output lines. So, for example, you can see 1:4 demultiplexer requires 2 select lines to control 4 output lines. See, this is the circuit diagram, and for the truth table, you see 1 select line, 1 input, 2 outputs. Let's see the HDL code for demultiplexer. Yeah, this is the HDL code for the demultiplexer. So I'm going to execute in my terminal. showing you the demultiplexer. Okay, everything is loaded now. Yes, I'm going to run it. Yeah, it's getting compared successfully. Checking the output. You see, one input line, one select line, and two output lines. You need to remember that those are two output lines. Okay, I'm going to compare it. You see, both are same. And now I will be running for demultiplexer 4-way. Load the chip. It's like 1:4 demultiplexer, that is. And demultiplexer 4-way script file. And I'm going to run it. Yeah, I'm waiting. Okay, comparing successfully. Checking the output. You see, one input, one select, and four outputs for demultiplexer 4-way. And let's compare. You see, both are same. So let's go for the final gate, demultiplexer 8-way. I'm going to load the chip. I'm going to load the script file. Load the script file, and now I'm running it. So demux 8-way. So it's like a 1:8 demultiplexer. Let's check the output. You see, one input, one select lines, 8 outputs because it's 1:8 demultiplexer. So let's check the compare file. You see, both are same. Let's go for it. You see, in this project 1, till now we have covered all 15 basic gates using universal gates, NAND, NOT, and NOR. We are covered using that. Okay, now I will be showing that code for it. Circuit diagram for this is the circuit diagram for demux 4-way, and this is the circuit diagram for demux 8-way. Till now we have covered everything in project 2, and in project 2 we are going to implement some other gates, and for that gates what we required is project 1 gates which are designed now. The AND, XOR, NOR, the gates which you design now, those we will be using in the project 2. This is the end of the project 1. Thank you.